All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Harmless Dave back again here talking real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you right there, just like me. And yeah, there's another guy. It's like the Brady Bunch. It's another guy in a box, right? Except we don't have Andy Davis in the middle, which would be awesome, but she's no longer alive, so we can't do that. Uh, Tony Smith, lead guitar player from the Prowlers, is here with me today. Prowlers have a video out there, which is really cool. And Tony's one of those guys that not only does he play music really well, he kind of has like the right opinion on stuff. That's according to me, right? You may disagree with me, but I think Tony's great. The music is fantastic here, just for everybody. The Prowlers. This is a CD from a number of years ago. There's some new stuff out there, and Tony is going to talk us through a video that the band has uploaded to YouTube. Tony, how are you today, buddy?
I'm doing great, Dave. I just want to say I've been a fan of your show for many years and love your content. And thank you so much for helping us plug our CD and our music. And also, you're doing the same thing for other unknown independent bands. And it's great to see that there are people out there that are helping out independent music. So thank you very much.
Yeah, apparently I'm one of just a handful, sir. But we soldier on. We try to do a little bit of, the content, the salacious stuff. We had, of course, the other day we had Tommy Lee over on Facebook doing his thing over there, which was quite interesting. Apparently, it's still available on Twitter. But we also try to make sure that folks understand that, moving forward, we got to have some music, man. We got to have some reinforcements. I like to call, like replacements. Like, we listen to bands, and there is a band called The Replacements, just so folks understand that. But I'm talking about, actual next generation of great music. Like you guys are kind of like a blues rock band, although I would put you in a few other categories as well. Of course, a band like yours, which is real organic, real rootsy. I mean, you guys play live gigs. I've watched a few of the clips, and that's the kind of music I want to go and see, brother. That's like if I got my $5 or $4, draft beer because I'm not at the stadium, right? And I'm sitting there kicking back with the wife, and I'm saying, "See this guy Smith over here? That's the way you do it, right? That's the way you play guitar." So, in any event, great to have you on the show, and can't wait for your frame by frame breakdown of this amazing video you guys have out.
All right, well, let's do it here. Let me see if I can figure out how to operate this modern technology here. I guess I click on screen share, and I'm going to click on this screen here.
Yeah.
And there it is. Okay, so that's our, you probably know, this is our album cover, and this also serves as our logo for different platforms such as Spotify and YouTube, Facebook, other places like that where you can find our music.
Right.
And so if you're looking for a band called the Prowlers, you want to look for this this album cover or this logo here, and then you'll know you found us. So we're talking about as you mentioned, we're going to break down our new video, Den of Thieves, which is a song I wrote back in 2020. And if you search YouTube for the Prowlers Den of Thieves or the Prowlers Let's Go, you see the thumbnail on the bottom there in green. Let's Go, you know who?
Yep.
And that's probably the best one you want to click on. But we've got a few different versions of the video out there. They're all the same song, the studio version of the song, but the one you want is the one at the bottom, the lyric video.
Right.
And when you click on that, you'll get to this. You'll get to the actual video, and in the description it tells you by time which who appears in the video. So that's kind of beneficial to people who want to know exactly who's in the video and what it's all about. So the song is called Den of Thieves, band is called the Prowlers. And here's the first frame of the video. Here's one of the disruptions back in I don't know, 2020 or 2019. This guy's about ready to throw a garbage can that's on fire, and as it lands right when the first cymbal crash of the song hits, that's when the garbage can hits the street.
Yep.
And it's this is all moving pictures in video, so you want to check out our video to so that's the first frame of the, and then there's this is the guy that's on top of everything, making sure that he's in going to take care of everything. And meanwhile, we've got cities burning down here.
Yeah.
And that's me on playing the green
Nice.
guitar.
Yeah, what
We've
kind of
got
guitar is that again?
it's a Gibson 335,
There we go.
Gibson
Nice.
custom shop, and it's green. There's
Looks
not too many
good.
of these.
Looks good with the lights there off of it. That's a nice look. Nice shot.
Yeah, thanks. There's a few clips of the band jamming along with the song in the video, but most of the video is like a lyric video and tells a story. And here we go with this guy's got his hands on the cheeks of this young lady here. The first lyric of the song is "Zombies on the Street," which and when I wrote this song, I wanted it to be something that anyone could interpret. Like, let's say George Orwell wrote a book in 1949 called 1984, which he did, by the way.
Yeah.
You could apply the lyrics to this song to that book.
Absolutely.
Zombies on the street, that could be just the minions that are following along with Big Brother, which is what he called it in his book. Or you could apply it to today's situation, and this is a shot of one of the civil disruptions back in this might be 2019. I'm not even gonna, but the chaos that was going on in our cities back then.
Right.
And so zombies on the street, first lyric of the song. Tyrants on patrol. We've got a guy in blue getting ready to put someone in handcuffs because they weren't wearing a thing on their face. Rounding up the sheep, and there you can see she's got handcuffs on here. So this is nothing short of police brutality. I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
I mean, I'm with you 100%.
And then we've got some humorous pictures that go along with it. This is one of my favorite lyrics in the song: "Taxation on your soul."
Yeah.
We all know who this person is. You can see the initials in the background of the organization she belongs to. But back in the day, we've always been taxed by our earnings, our bank accounts, our wallets. They would tax our money, but now it's gone a little bit farther. Now they're taxing our behavior. You have to wear this. You have to take this. You have to stay at home. You have to do this and that.
Yeah.
So now it's just not our money that they're going after. Now it's a taxation on our soul. So
hey, I don't know if you've heard, Tony. There's a new thing going around. It's called the money pox. I don't know if you've heard of money pox yet.
No, I have not heard that.
It's there's.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Anyway, continue because this is really good.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. The sad day these days. Okay.
It sure is.
And then the punchline of the song: "Pay up to the den of thieves." This gentleman here is breaking into an ATM machine.
Yeah, and
you want that in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah, well, we use the term gentleman a little bit loosely there, but anyway, keep going.
Yeah, and this is the kind of guy you want in your neighborhood too, right? Yeah, okay. And some of the people here that are in charge.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
Find it amusing. This guy here, this is the start of the second verse: "Submit to their rule." And
I like that.
Yeah, like some kind of fool. This might be the funniest picture in the video. This is a guy in an airport. He's got a plastic bottle on his head because he wants to stay safe. I guess that's what you got to do nowadays. But I
mean, good for him. You know what I mean? I mean, who needs oxygen, right? I think it's kind of a luxury. I've been hearing more and more carbon's an issue. Maybe oxygen is an issue too. I just haven't thought it through, Tony. I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, submit to their rule like some kind of fool. Yeah. They work you like a slave. We all know who these people are.
Yeah.
And this is a Harvey Weinstein. This is a meme that I found going around. And you take the bling, 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 and you might lose your job. And it's a metaphor which could be applied to something else, or it could be applied to what he was doing to some of these girls. That
the jab. I see how you did that there. That's good.
Yeah. So that's kind of goes along with the lyrics of the song. Yeah. Locked down every day, and we have a stay-at-home order. This is the governor of Illinois and the mayor of Chicago.
Yeah.
issuing a stay-at-home order. I don't know what gives them the right to do this, but they did it. And
Yeah.
so, some people like me
Tony,
protest.
it's for the greater good, Tony. All of this is for the greater good, and we just have to understand that these people, they they have our best interests at heart, right?
Well, they're smarter than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the elites. So, if we're lucky
We
because
are we are fortunate. I talked about the air, but we're really fortunate they haven't found a way to confiscate the air yet. So they're working on it, though.
yeah, but we're lucky to have these people to tell us, how we to do everything because, they're the smartest people on the planet, right? Like if Bill Gates tells us, "Hey, you're going to start eating synthetic hamburgers instead of real beef." Well, if he's smarter than us, so we should just do it, right?
I'm more worried about the bugs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little concerned about the bugs, but we'll cover that maybe later.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, and then again, the punchline of the song, "Pay up to the den of thieves." We know who these people are.
Yep.
And this guy, again, once again, he's on top of the game here. And this is Senator Kennedy from
Yeah,
Louisiana, I think, and
he's entertaining.
he had something funny to say about that. Here's something that we're not going to go over too much, but I just say keep your eyes on Carrie Lake in Arizona.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
nominated, the official
I
nominee
like
for governor, and
I like her.
yeah, so we'll see. Maybe there'll be some changes made out there. This is a guy smashing a window with a skateboard, and you can see the initials on that other window there.
Yep.
And some more of this looting, etc., which is not good. Burning down cities, these
That
kinds
was
of things. This
named
is
after
worth the
a radio station in Maine, WBLM, the rock and roll blimp, baby, playing classic. When I was a kid, if I could get that station, I was really happy, Tony. Now I'm a little iffy on the call letters, but go right ahead. Sorry.
I okay. Yeah, well, so anyway, at this point in the video, this is during the guitar solo, so there's just footage of what's going on in our world today. This is people breaking into um, various
Yeah.
department stores and whatnot, stealing, blah blah
Guitar.
blah. That's pictures of yours truly,
Yeah.
laying down some guitar licks there.
Nice.
And this guy is
He's back again.
he's back doing his going in for a sniff there.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the biggest bank in the country and one of the most powerful political families in the country. This is
Yeah.
just a clip I pulled down from the internet.
Yeah.
Here's
Just
another clip.
coincidence. Yeah. And this is in the video, folks. This is what's great is all of these images are in the video as you listen to this amazing song called Den of Thieves.
Thanks, Dave. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're going through the video here because we didn't want to play the video live because there's a copyright on our
Yeah.
song. So you can always go to our channel to listen to the song.
Yeah, we're gonna build up the suspense so people have
Right.
to
So
go
we're
and
giving you
listen.
kind of an overview of what the song is about and then
Right.
clips from the song. But these are stills, but the song itself has moving pictures.
Yeah.
And we've got her yucking it up there. And we've
Yeah.
got a tent city here in San Francisco.
Sad.
And
Very
you know
sad.
who's district.
Oh yeah,
And
look at that. What a coincidence.
there
Wow.
she is yucking it up again.
Yeah, she does love it.
And this guy here and making a disturbance to this young lady here is trying to get
Yeah,
away.
boy, he's in a lot of this.
Yeah, and
He's featured prominently. I mean, you should give him like a credits. No, don't do that. Anyway, keep going. So that sign is a
okay.
little interesting.
So there's a yard sign, and these are I guess these are the women for you know who, and
Yep,
woman
woman of the
there?
year, right there. That's woman of
Okay.
the year according to
And
Time magazine. Oh,
yeah.
whoa, dude.
Move on to
You gotta be careful
her.
with these. I'm getting old. My heart might have issues.
Well, when you got her in charge, this is what happens in your city of Chicago here.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
this is what happens. You know, and it's set on fire. The band is jamming out, getting ready for the bridge, and the first lyric of the bridge is "State TV tells you lies every day."
Oh, those are two of my. Boy, do I dislike. There's a commentator who calls it Morning Mika instead of Morning Joe because anyway. Keep going because this is great.
State TV tells you lies every day. Only a fool would believe. They are the masters and we are the slaves. In bondage to a den of thieves. And there's our famous ex-president. And then he gives us a little clip of the his famous New World Order speech that
Yeah.
many of us have
And
heard,
you know
which is
what?
in the video.
This is important. Let me stop you there for a moment, because if you notice, there are both Democrats and Republicans in on this, and I like to kind of preach a sort of nonpartisan way of critiquing things, because as much as one side is probably better than the other side to some extent, that side that's better tends to let you down a lot when you think they're going to do something great. And hey, this was Ronald Reagan's vice president. A lot of people forget. So anyway,
Yeah, it's amazing how far we've come in 25, 30 years, and
yeah,
things have really changed. It's become I've been saying a lot lately, there used to be kind of a left-right paradigm or
yeah,
a dichotomy, whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you got I'm on the left, I'm on the right, conservative, liberal, Republican, Democrat, but I don't look at it that way anymore. I look at it more like it's the elites versus the people,
There you go.
and the two parties have kind of morphed into one. And
Right.
people are really starting to wake up to a lot of this stuff. And when you're
Yeah.
a musician,
Yep.
you don't want to do anything violent, so you write a song about it. So I did.
Good work, sir.
And thank you. And we're almost done here. This is the third verse. You will serve and comply. This is a I hate watching this video because what you're seeing is someone wrestled to the ground because they didn't have something on their face. And
Oh,
again, this is nothing short of police brutality. I'm sorry, but that's just,
okay. So
and now they're doing it to a child.
child
And
abuse. You got some child abuse going on there.
exactly, that's
Yeah.
exactly what this
Someone
is.
has, you know what, Tony? Someone has to say that out loud. Someone, I mean, you see this still where I live, and I live in the free state of Florida, right? And it's not the government doing it. It's people are now just saying, hey, I need to go out, and this is what I need to do to my kid when I bring them to Walmart. And I'm like, this is, and I don't say it out loud, but I'm thinking immediately that this is abusive. And it's been that way since the beginning. I mean, does this kid look happy? No, of course not. Anyway.
Well, it's like you said, it's the adults that are doing this, and the lyric of the song says, "And believe every lie." So if they believe this stuff, then they start doing this stuff
Correct.
because the surf is controlled. So do as you're told, and again, this is blatant child abuse, and that's all
These
there
are
is to
these
it.
are good lyrics, by the way. Just I want to put that in there because it's a well written song.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you so much for all your support, and that is exactly what we're trying to get across in this video. And finally, back to the chorus: submit to the den of thieves, and you've got the stamp of the venerable
Federal
Federal
Reserve Bank,
Reserve System.
which is neither federal nor is it a reserve.
Yeah, they
Just
have
want to put it in there so folks know. There's a lot of people that go, "Oh, it's the federal bank. They're controlled." No, no. Anyway, you'd have to do another like half-hour video just explaining the Federal Reserve Bank. But keep going, Tony.
Well,
Sorry.
you got to get G. Edward Griffin on your show, the guy that
Oh,
wrote The Creature from Jekyll
the
Island,
guy is so
and
smart.
then you'll know everything you ever
He's so
wanted
smart.
to know about the Federal
He's
Reserve.
like 90 years old. He looks great.
He's amazing. He's
Yeah,
I wish he was running for president. I'd vote for him. He's
yeah.
great.
He's
But the book is
fantastic.
called The Creature from Jekyll
Jekyll
Island, and
Island. Yeah,
that just explains everything, how the Federal Reserve basically prints money, and that's a hidden tax, folks.
correct.
Inflation is a hidden tax. The
Yeah.
most famous, the most powerful
It's the
banking family
Rothschilds. Yeah,
in the history of the
they're
world.
great. They're great. The Rothschilds. They're great. They're Bilderbergs too. They're great. All of those things. Oh, and George Orwell, who is a prophet beyond pretty much anybody.
Yeah, I wanted to put him in the video just as a tip of the hat to this guy. This guy was way ahead of his time, and so many people are talking about the book 1984, but that's what
Yeah,
this song is about.
yeah,
And this shows that there's both parties dropping bombs in the Middle East and other places.
correct,
So it's not
correct.
just one party
That is correct.
dragging us into these foreign conflicts that George Washington and Thomas Jefferson warned us to stay out of foreign conflicts. But
See,
that
you
I don't
get
want to digress too much. But
no, you're good. See, this is what I like about you. You sound like more of a libertarian, like I am. You're talking about foreign
absolutely.
policy. You're talking about how it's almost like no matter who they put in as president, and there are degrees, right? Of like I tell people, yeah, this guy is obviously better than that guy, but it seems like everybody is kind of controlled. Once they get in there, you think, okay, They ran to fix it, to drain. You hear drain, we're going to drain the swamp, right? And then they hire swamp creatures to be in their administration. You think to yourself, why? Anyway, go ahead. I'm
Yeah, we all lived through that.
hooked
You
up.
know, in 2016 when President Trump was, when he, he started his term in 2017,
Yeah,
and for 4 years it was, we all watched it. But you hit the nail on the head when you said libertarian, because I'm a big fan of Ron Paul, and I wish he and G. Edward Griffin could run for president and VP. I don't even
yeah,
care which is on which top of the ticket, bottom of the ticket, but those guys would be great, because you got to love
absolutely.
Ron Paul. He's awesome.
He was so right about everything, and I always hear, well, he was that guy with a wacky foreign policy where the United States just retreated from the world stage, and I'm like, yeah, that's the wacky foreign policy where we kind of do what the founders said to do. Anyway, continue, sir.
Exactly. Okay, so this is at the end of the song, "Submit to the Den of Thieves." That's Klaus Schwab, the guy that said, "You will own nothing and you will be happy."
Yeah, and
And
be careful of the bugs. You don't want to not eat the bugs. Okay, keep going.
we can't do a song about the New World Order without mentioning this guy here. And there's this guy. Well, is this all this guy does? Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, members of Congress and their staff are exempt from the blah 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 blah,
From the
but we have to
thing.
get
I
it.
call it the thing
The
because you don't
thing,
have to
yeah.
do the thing. The
Hey, I'm
thing,
a
it's
fan of your
optional.
show.
No Walgreens, no CVS. See, I had this people, what's funny, Tony, is there are a few commentators, well, they weren't commentators, they were publications that when I interviewed a certain person, they said, oh, so he must be referring to the, but they couldn't, they were making fun of me so I wouldn't get censored, which was hilarious because aren't these people supposed to care about censorship? But no, they're almost like, oh, he found a way around it. And I'm just like laughing, going, you people are ridiculous. But go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. And this is Alan Dershowitz. If you refuse to be blah 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 blah, the state has the power to plunge a blah 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 into your arm. And then this guy on the right says, well, "Where's that in the Constitution?" So this is in the
Correct.
video,
Yeah.
and we see some of this. Jeffrey's
Oh
client.
yeah.
I'm going to scroll through these because we
There's
don't want to. And
Bill and oh
there's relationships that this guy has with all these powerful people. It's the deep state. It's the shadow government. It's the lobbyists, the Wall Street. There's
mhm.
the corruption. There's the
See,
pay to play politicians. It's all about corruption. And if you want to hear the
100%.
song, you go to our website. The song is called "Den of Thieves," or you can look it up. That thing in green at the bottom there. You can search for it on YouTube using that. You
Yep.
can hear us on Spotify. Song's called "Den of Thieves," and you look for this logo here on Spotify. That's our Spotify page. Another clip from Spotify. Here's our YouTube channel.
Yep. You guys been
And
playing some gigs out live recently?
yeah, we have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been jamming out, having a lot of fun lately. So we got a few clips on the same YouTube channel. If you want to see us perform live, the Den of Thieves video. Here's 3 examples of the Den of Thieves video. The one at the bottom is the most entertaining.
Yes.
But they're all good, and that's the logo you want to look for. So that's about it, Dave. I mean that pretty much
Yeah.
um,
That's awesome. I'm gonna bring this back to, well, you can, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say unshare. And we'll just chat a little bit. We'll wrap things up. So you guys are out there in the state of Illinois, as we kind of sort of learned because you had a few. You had a picture of the governor and the wonderful mayor of Chicago. Just just incredible. I guess everywhere you go, Florida's not bad. We've got some pretty good people here in Florida, but you'd be surprised. It's county by county. Some counties are ridiculous and some counties are better. They're not as ridiculous. But what I love about your music, number one, is it's organic. It's hard rock and stuff at times. You obviously love to play that old school rock and roll with a lot of blues in there. One of your tracks to me sounded like an old Steppenwolf song. I was listening to it going,
thank you so much. I love Steppenwolf. Grew up on them.
yeah.
That's
And
just rock and roll,
and
blues, rock guitar.
yeah,
Mountain.
and I always get ticked off because they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the band that pretty much I mean, them and Deep Purple. There are a few guys at the same time, Cream and all that. But Steppenwolf, you know, that Born to Be Wild was like the song of a generation, right? And they're not in the Hall of Fame. It's just mind blowing. But I love when a band like yours comes along and says, "We're just gonna play the true stuff. We're gonna play the real stuff, and just get out there and entertain and do live gigs, which are so crucial. To connect with the musicians and to hear the music played live. And by the way, the ticket prices, I'm sure, are a lot easier on the wallet than some of the things that I've been reporting on lately, which people are just scratching their head. They're like, I'd love to go see this band or that band. You got one original member, and for 2 tickets, you're looking at $247. And I'm sitting there going, why?
Well, all you have to do is come to the Chicago area and see the Prowlers. We did a show last week, and you want to know what the ticket price was?
How much?
Zero. It was
Zero.
free.
Free
So
show?
we do that kind of stuff all the time. We play small clubs and we just jam out classic. We do classic rock covers. And I want to do one more plug here for another song I wrote back in 2005 called Screaming Eagle, which was a song about freedom. Yeah, it's on that CD.
Yep.
There's a song about freedom, and I'm thinking about
T-shirt.
yeah, that's why I got the T-shirt on here today.
Yeah.
I was thinking about we're gonna put together a new CD with our new singer, and he's gonna sing "Screaming Eagle," and we have another song called "Travel on Blues," and I'm thinking about putting the 3 songs into a trilogy, which would be Den of Thieves, Travel on Blues, and Screaming Eagle. And so it'll be kind of like a Spinal Tap thing. It'd be kind of a trilogy, but it's not in D minor. It's Den of Thieves is in C minor.
That's
But
awesome.
Den of Thieves basically is the first part of the trilogy where the character in the song calls out the tyrants.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second part of the song, he's in trouble, so he's on the run, and he's trying to, he's running away. And then the third part of the song, which is the song "Screaming Eagle," I mean the third part of the trilogy,
Yeah.
which is the song "Screaming Eagle," is about saying I haven't done anything wrong, and it's a song about a quest, the endless quest for freedom. So that's going to be the trilogy.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a title. Maybe we'll call it the Trilogy for the American Patriot. So the first song of the trilogy, Den of Thieves, then Travel on Blues, and then Screaming Eagle. Or maybe I'll call it the Screaming Eagle trilogy, but keep posted. And of course, you can listen to all 3 of these songs on Spotify, YouTube, whatever. And if you love freedom.
Do you guys sell these at all still or no?
We do. They're available on Amazon. But these days, I'm almost more interested in just getting streams on Spotify and YouTube,
Well,
because that tends to help more with exposure and getting the word out. But and we give away stuff all the time.
Hopefully you guys are getting paid at these gigs, right? Even though it might be no cover, but they're paying the band because they're selling a lot of alcohol at the gig. Is that
absolutely,
is that how it works?
absolutely? Yeah. So we're doing good. We've got a benefit concert coming up in 2 weeks for stray dogs called the Garrido Stray Foundation. It's going to be in Edison Park.
You guys have a Facebook page too?
Yeah, we do. It's facebook.com/ProwlersMusic.
Nice.
And,
all right. Well, I don't like Facebook per se, but it's a necessary evil in the world of entertainment.
It is. You got it. You got to have it.
Yeah.
In fact, all the clubs we play at, that when we book an event, we usually have to partner with them to be like the co-host of the event and blah blah blah. And that's how you get the word out to everybody to come to the show and everything. So, we're doing. We're having so much fun though, rock and roll. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk to you for hours, Dave, about music. And you were talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Steppenwolf. I mean, I could go off on all these groups that should be like Grand Funk, Ted Nugent, Robin Trower.
Oh, dude, you know how much I like Trower, right? I mean, I
do know.
Have you heard his new album with the singer he's got?
Yes, I have.
Insane. I'm like, the guy is just, I mean, his tone, but he writes all of this. It's just crazy how much the last, say, 10 years of Robin Trower. I mean, what kind of guy has that sort of output at this point in his career? I think he's like 76-ish, maybe years old.
Probably.
And it's just amazing. He's just great. And you guys are great too. It's great that you reached out to me and we did this. Because now maybe people will go watch that video and who knows, maybe it'll go viral. Wouldn't that be
Let's hope
awesome?
so. When I
Yeah.
wrote the song and I got the idea for the video, I thought, man, this is going to go viral. But it was, I was watching your show yesterday about heart,
Yeah.
and you said something. You made a comment like, a lot of the videos that go viral, it's not about how good the song is, it's about how you navigate the social media or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
And so, there's a lot of songs on Spotify that are pure garbage. And then there's a lot, and they go viral. They got millions of streams. And then there's some really cool band. And by the way, I've been checking out the bands that you've been plugging at the beginning of your shows. Thank you so much for doing that. And there's no shortage of good music on Spotify, but there's no shortage of garbage. Also, there's a lot of, you got to really look, but
Yeah.
there's some good music out there if you look for it. And so
Yes.
you're doing a great thing with your show.
Thank you.
By you talk about the classics: Journey, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Van Halen,
Yeah.
and and guys like me and all my friends, we're like fans of all that. So we like to come to your show for that. But
Yeah.
then at the beginning of the show, and by the way, here's a new band that's doing it the way that, that you
Right.
want to hear rock and
And
roll.
I throw everything out there too. It's like country, rock, blues,
Yeah,
pop.
the Frost Duo.
Yeah, they're right over here. Yeah, these.
Yeah, I love that. I love that kind of stuff.
He'll love this if he gets Christian Gratz and his beautiful wife Leah Beth. Leah Beth Evans. He told me that's how she was. Can you, Donnie Iris? Imagine that.
Love that song. Great song.
But the whole thing, I had this in the car. I had this in the car yesterday. Look, sometimes I need to chill, and you can do that with this. And sometimes, folks, you need to rock out, and you got the Prowlers, man. So yeah, look, this is kind of like what I did 40 years ago when I got into college radio, and they would send you like boatloads of music and you'd listen to it. You'd be in the production studio, all albums, right? Flopping those albums down, and you'd sit in there and you go, okay, this cut's good. This would be good for the radio. And you go on. And I graduated to, a rock station. And I was doing the same stuff, music director, talking to the record labels, and they'd send you stuff. A lot of times it was money driven. Like they had, more interest in certain people, and they would really throw down hard on that. And I tended to be very independent. I'd be like, I know you want me to play this cut. I don't really like it. I'm going to play this other cut. That's when radio was different. Like the people who ran the station had discretion, the music director, program director, and the station manager. We all kind of would get together and we'd make decisions. Now it's just one big corporate cloud of idiocy, and it's iHeart Music. It
really is, yeah.
iHeart Radio. It's like every station. You could go to Daytona, you could go to Miami, you could go to Tampa, and they have radio stations with different names, right, from each city. Bob FM, we play everything. No, you don't. You don't play everything at Bob FM. Shut up. And it's just really sad how all of that music, Tony, that I listened to on rock stations in the 80s, they don't play Stevie Ray Vaughan on the radio.
And they used to.
What the heck is that? Because you know why? Because he wasn't on. They're just some guy in an office somewhere going, okay, this is a Billboard Top 40 from 1989. I don't see any Stevie Ray Vaughan here. The album was big and sold over 1 million copies. Nobody's going to know this stuff, so we ain't playing it on our station. And they keep it safe. They just play the same Foreigner songs, the same Journey songs, the same REO Speedwagon, and you're just sitting there going, okay, this is boring, right? So
it is, and those are great songs too. I mean, we're not denying that, but you could go deeper. I mean, you and I should get together and start our own radio station, and we could pick out some of our classic rock favorites, like I might pick out a song like "Move Me On Down the Line" by ZZ Top, which is a great ZZ Top song, and then you could pick out a deep cut from Toto or something, or or Journey, one of their deep cuts, and then we could play the classic. Then we could pull out a real obvious classic like Hotel California or something. And then we'll pull out a new band, and mix the new bands in with the old bands. Why? I don't know why they don't do that, but classic rock radio has been so stagnant for decades.
Yeah.
It's the same songs every day.
Well, they play. And the mainstream, what they call active rock, it's like Disturbed, Stained, Five Finger Death Punch. It's all and I'm not saying some of that isn't okay. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
not. What I'm saying is it all is just it hurts my senses. Number one, because it's most of it is dark and negative, and there's like you guys obviously are a blues rock band, so you kind of on both sides of the equation. You can kind of play upbeat, kind of partyish style if you want, or you can play real grinding, kind of like real hardcore blues stuff. But even the hardcore blues, I'd rather hear than these guys who play, like the same chords, and then they bend a note here and there, and then they come back to that chord, and then some guy told me a long time ago. He said every guy who sings in these groups sounds like Cookie Monster. And
exactly.
I
I
thought
remember
about it
that.
for a minute. I go,
Yeah,
Cookie Monster. How does Cookie Monster? And then I remembered, like, yeah, they do. They all sound like Cookie Monster. And it's like that became a thing in 1991, 1992. And then even the pop stuff, even the stuff on the slower stations, the adult contemporary stations, it had to kind of fit that a little bit. Maybe not as loud, maybe not as distorted, but man, the singers, you and I grew up with the greatest singers in the world. Just absolutely, there's no question about it. And even if you go back further than me, the 50s and the 60s and early 70s and all that, it's like Mozart, Beethoven compared to what's going on now. So
I agree 100%.
yeah,
It's
in any
great. I
event,
mean,
yeah, we probably should wrap up, Tony. Remember, we have
okay.
attention deficit disorder, so it's just one of those things where
Yeah,
I'm not.
you don't want it to be too long.
Yeah, I mean, I got great. The patrons on this channel are great. The subscribers are great. Everybody is awesome. There's a lot of positivity. There's a few crickets, or not crickets, a few roaches occasionally that get under the door, and that's an interesting thing that happens. And I don't understand why that is, because I don't go after, like, I would never spend time on someone else's page or channel, just keyboard warrior. This guy, he's a jerk, and I'm gonna tell him. It's like
What do they call it? A troll? Is that what they call it these days?
could be a troll. Could be, if it's Twitter, it's probably AI, right? So I'm not on Twitter anymore because Elon discovered it was like 80% bots or whatever. And people used to say, I'm not a bot. And I go, you could be a bot. You're acting like a bot. So how do I know you're not a bot? I
I've
mean,
been accused of that too. You're a bot. You're a troll.
people,
You're not a real person.
right? Not a real
How
person.
dare you make that comment on my Facebook post or
Yeah.
whatever?
I mean, even Facebook. I mean, I post stuff, and I'm always just posting on my friends' stuff, and it's just all like, yeah, this is a good thing, and I agree with, I have, my philosophy is I don't have enough time to do battle with the negativity, because it will eat you up, because you've got these people out there, and they say they're very creative. One thing about these people, they're really creative in the way they do destruction. That's what is changed between when I was a kid and you'd have your garden variety insults, but when you're living in the 2020s now, you've got these incredibly creative, like, slapdowns of people, and they'll pick one little thing about you and then they'll amplify that and throw it everywhere, and you sit there and go, wow, that took a lot of creativity. It took a lot, and I guess if I look at it that way, Tony, and I don't get hung up on what they're saying, I have to give them credit. But in the same token, I'd rather be like cruising down the road, cranking up some of the Prowlers in my SUV. So there you have it.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, Dave. Your show's great. You've got a positive message. You don't have to worry about trolls on there, and you just
Yeah.
if they want to go low, you just go high and keep talking about great music and keep doing a great job. I'm a big fan, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for having us on, man. It's been an honor, and like I said, you and I could literally talk for hours, weeks, months, years. We could never stop talking about music.
Dude, you got to get to Florida. I got a gig already booked for you if you get down here at a blues bar that's an infamous, or famous, I should say, but it's a great hole in the wall dive bar, sticky floor, outdoors during the wintertime here in Florida, which means it's like 75 degrees still. You would just have a great time, and I'm sure the politics too match up. So you would be welcome there, and I would be promoting that to the hilt. So if you decide to come down toward Fort Myers area, I'd love to have you down here.
Sounds like my kind of place.
All right, man. Thanks again.
Thank
Take
you.
care. God bless, and we'll stay in touch.